As you can probably tell from the sound of my voice, I am a teenager. And there is two reasons why I clicked on this video. You either want to learn how to trade as a teenager yourself, or you want to see if a teenager is actually more successful than you. Well, first of all, why should you listen to me? Who says I'm a profitable teenager? Well, if you go down to my Discord server, in my section called Ralph's Trading, I have posted every single setup, analysis, trade live, every single trade I've taken for the past 3 years. I have been trading for 3 years, and 2 out of those 3 years I have been profitable. And I have posted every single trade I have ever taken on my Discord server for years and years and years and years. You could keep scrolling for hours and you could see my trades all the way back through years. Because it is just what I do, okay? I post all my trades. I post them live when they happen, setup, potential setups. And if we go back to our charts, this was an absolutely beautiful trade that I took last week, Wednesday, on the 21st of February. I caught massive profits, price just sailed into my take profit, and I ended up passing phase 1 of a funded account that I bought. If you go to my Discord server, this was the trade that I posted. I posted this win, GA hit take profit. You click here, I replied to my first message saying long on GA. This was, again, 2nd of February when I posted this trade, and this was a screenshot. So I posted this trade live when it happened. So you could have caught the same trade as well if you followed it. But what is this showing is that I am legit, okay? I'm not one of those fake gurus. I show you the trades that I take when I take them, and I'm fully transparent. This was the funded account that I passed. You see here I posted a screenshot of the funded account that I passed. Just a 5k account, but I'm working my way up. And here you have all the GA trades across the side. And this is the email to guarantee. But you can find all of this in the link in the description for my Discord. It is the first link. You can join our community. They post their setups. We have an active general chat. All my top forex prop firms, my trading journal, links, everything here. Flex your wins, strategies, trades, and of course all of my trades here which you can take. So anyway, let's get on to how I can actually trade profitable. Well, trading profitable comes down to one simple word, and that is intuition. Intuition is how I can trade profitably. I don't trade with a strategy. I don't have a set of rules like, okay, rule number 1, wait for price to get to a support zone. Rule number 2, I want to see a fair value gap retracement. Rule number 3, I want the smart money liquidity void gap with the hyperextended elbow, order block, manipulation, bearish beef stick candle. No, none of that, okay? I place trades because I feel like it, based off of feeling. If I feel like I'm going to want to trade in a direction, I will enter a trade. And that is all you need trading. You don't need these fancy strategies, these fancy risk-to-reward ratios. All you need to trade with is your feeling. So how can you trade with a feeling? Because it sounds a bit too simple. Well, it is true. Gaining intuition in the market takes years of trading. And for me, it took a year of backtesting, staring at the markets, testing myself to develop an intuition that is profitable. So very simply, is you just need to have a way of thinking about the market that works for you. Because if you think about the market can go up or it can go down. And nobody knows whether it's going to go up or going down. Nobody can predict the market, okay? Which is why nobody will ever have a 100% win rate across a long period of time. Because nobody knows what's going to happen. So the best bet you can take is just do something very simple called managing risk. Managing risk is the only thing that you need to be or need to do to be a profitable trader, because price will go up 50% of the time and price will go down 50% of the time, and nobody knows what's going to happen. Well, your win rate is going to be about 50%. Okay, my win rate has been 50% for the past 2 years, but it varies over the months. Sometimes I'll have a 20% win rate in a month. Sometimes I'll have an 80% win rate in a month. If you go up to my Discord somewhere, I posted a big summary about how February is going, such as here. I've had a 65% win rate earlier in February. If we take into account this week, I've had an 80% win rate. I've taken about 5 trades and lost 1. So I've had about an 80% win rate in February. And you could have joined me because I post all of my trades live, link in the description. This is a trade I'm in currently. I'm short on AudCAD and I am short on GBPUSD, which I have posted here as well. But yeah, that's besides the point, link in the description. So how do you manage risk? Well, you never want to lose a trade where you lose more money than you're comfortable losing, okay? I risk 1% on funded accounts and I risk 2% on my personal account. It is that simple. And I usually trade with about anywhere from 1-to-1 risk reward ratio to a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio. But the way I can make so much more money than just my risk reward ratios is I do things of adding to winning trades. If you see here, when I posted my rundown, I had 1 trade set up on GA, but I ended up taking about 14 trades on GA, and each of them were at a different price, because it is called something called adding to winning positions. If a trade starts to go in your favor, what you do is you start adding. So here, I thought, okay, trade pulled back down, didn't break this low, created a higher low, which is bullish, came up to here, broke down, I then added here for the break and retest, price pulled back, still didn't break the lows here, and kept making this bearish market structure. And every time price pulled back, I added, because in a trend, price never just goes up. Price goes up, well, pullback, up, pullback, up, pullback, up. And if you add in these positions here, not only you can have the first initial position, but you can keep adding more and more risk to the trade as it goes in your favor. But that is a completely separate video, and I'll leave a link to that in the card in the top right hand corner now, which you can click on after this video to learn more about adding to winning trades. But let's get on with actually learning how to be profitable. So what you've learned is that you're only going to have a 50% win rate and you need to manage risk. But let's get on to the actual trading aspect. How do you trade with intuition? Well, let's use this trade in this example. You want to go through multiple time frames and make sure that you have a feeling that all of them are going to go in one direction. You need to make sure all the time frames align, from the daily to the 4 hour to the 1 hour to the 15 minute. If you want to trade in the 1 minute, make sure that aligns with a 3 minute and a 5 minute. It depends on what time frame you're trading in. And the time frame you trade on does not matter. They all work in the same way. You see, price action in the 15 minute will look exactly like the price action on the 4 hour. It looks the same. They're just candles. So how you choose your time frame is you understand what position you are as a trader. If you're someone like me, a teenager who has to go to school, I can't trade on time frames like the 1 minute, 3 minute, or 5 minute, because when I'm sitting in lessons like maths, I can't constantly be on the market checking the 1 minute candles when they go about like a million miles an hour, because I'll probably just get kicked out of school for trading and not listening to the teachers. So I pick a more conservative time frame like the 15 minute, which trades take a few days, maybe a week to play out. So I don't have to keep constantly checking up on them when I'm at school, and I can happily manage them outside of school hours. But if you don't go to school and you're at home most of the time, maybe you can choose a 3 minute, 1 minute, 5 minute strategy, because you can constantly be on the markets. Let's say you have you have a job or a school that takes most of your time and you don't really have time to trade. Then you can pick higher time frames like the daily or the weekly, where you can just place a trade and forget about it and check on it a day later and see how it's doing. It's all dependent on who you are as a person and what your time constraints are. Okay, so now we know about everything aligning. If you want more detail, again, I'll link it in the top right hand corner video I made about everything aligning, which you can watch after this video. But let's get on with what I felt like. How did I trade this profitable trade? You see also profitable trade GA. I mean, GA is a great pair. So I start everything on the 15 minutes, okay? And people tell you start on the higher time frames. I actually do a bit differently. I start on the lower time frames, because what I want to see is I want to see price look in a certain direction. So as you can tell, price started. I went long at price in this area here. Now, why did I do that? Well, I saw price did have this downward trend. Using my intuition, no analysis again, just looking at price action and seeing what it tells me. So price had this downward trend, but it went from a very steep bearish momentum to very slow bearish momentum, where it takes a long time for price to go down. We had this big pull down to this big zone here, which if I went onto the daily, where I just circled, that was actually a support zone on the daily from this candle here to this candle here. So price had rejected off of a support zone on the daily. So that's quite an important confluence. If price is rejecting off of a support zone on the daily, that indicates bullish momentum. So I saw price bounce off of a support level. So that shows me signs of being bullish. You see no strategies being followed here. I'm just looking at what price tells me. And what we had here is once price broke it up, we had a very fast bullish move. Okay, and there's something called the law of effort. Well, now, what is the law of effort? The law of effort is a very nice concept. The law of effort is seeing how fast it takes, or how much effort it takes for price to go up, the effort it takes for price to go up, and the effort it takes for price to go down. Now, you see here, it took a long time for price to go down. So the price ended up at the same level as it went down on. But if we go to this level, it took price about 10 hours to go down, but it only took price about 3 hours to go back up to the same place. So using the law of effort, we can tell it takes a lot more effort to make price go down in this situation than it does to make price go up. So if we see that it takes a lot less effort for price to go up, then we can indicate that there are strong buyers in the market. So they will be looking to buy, and the market is looking to go from this bearish trend into a new bullish trend. Also, we see this wick actually broke the high of the previous wick here, which shows a break of structure or a change of character, no matter what you want to call it. We now have a new high, which shows that the bearish trend is now reversing. We've broken the bearish trend line, and we're actually starting to form a bullish trend. And price did pull back down off of this resistance level, but it failed to break the previous low and actually made a higher low. So what we had is a low, a high, and a higher low, which indicates a bullish trend. So putting all those pieces together, and the fact that we are pulling bullish up here, we have a nice small bullish trend here, I thought, okay, 15-minute, I see a trend. Using purely intuition, I have just analysed this brief bit of the market, and I think, okay, 15-minute is showing me it's going to go up. Next thing I do is I go over to the daily, and I see what the daily tells me to do. So using the candle, or the daily candle that I entered this trade on, let's just have a look. So, the candle before the day I entered showed a big rejection off of this support level, and also had this big wick forming what looks like a hammer candle with this support level, with this candle, which basically shows a candle that has a long wick at the bottom, a small wick at the top, and a small body like this that looks like a hammer. When price is at a support level and you see a hammer candle like this, that's a very bullish indication. So I thought, okay, we have a big wick here, and the candle or the daily I'm trading has a big wick here as well. So that shows rejection off of support. Furthermore, we look at the daily in a bigger picture, and we see that price is moving up. We're making higher highs and higher lows. So I thought, okay, daily's in an uptrend. It's most likely going to continue that uptrend, and we see a support retest into a bullish direction. So I thought, okay, daily is showing me very bullish. So now I've got the 15-minute and the daily pointing me in the same direction. So now we go to the 4-hour, and we take a closer look at what's happening. Once again, we see there was a support level reinforced by this bit back here, and we saw a massive hammer candle, big energetic rejection off of this support zone. We see price pull back down, failed to create a higher high, and now it's pushing back up again. So I'm thinking, okay, there's going to be a reversal. Hour, same thing, support level. You see price had a big rejection. That was kind of like a, what do you call this candle formation here? Is it a midnight star or a morning star? Where you have a big candle down, then like a sort of doji at the bottom here, and a big move up. I don't know what it's called, just I know that exists. Maybe a morning star or a nighttime star, a midnight star, or something like that. But I thought, okay, big rejection up, price failed to make a new low, and now it's going back up again. Hour, all these bullish candles in a row, it's bullish. So I thought, okay, let's place this long trade because all the time frames are aligning. So I went for the long position. Stop loss goes at a place where I think if price gets to, I don't want to be in the trade anymore. So that is below this low here, because if price comes back down to this low and breaks this low, that is an indication of a bearish market structure. So the price is most likely going to go down, and I do not want to be in the long anymore. And my take profit is in a place where I think price is likely going to go against me. So I put my take profit in this resistance zone here, which in the daily is quite another prominent resistance zone. Price, I think in the future, will break out of this zone and come up here. But this trade actually passed my funded account, so I don't need to be in it anymore because my funded account is passed anyway. So I waited about a week, which is a long time for a trade to play out, but for me, who has school full time, it's very convenient because it means I don't have to keep checking on it. I added a lot every time price created a new high, and yeah, I ended up passing my funded account from here, which is very, very nice indeed. So that is just basically how you trade in intuition. You just use a big pile up of your knowledge, your technical analysis, you put it all together, make sure the time frames align, and then place your trades accordingly. I see so many people who are new to trading zoom so far in on price and think, okay, right here, let's go, price is at a resistance level. Okay, price at resistance level. Let's go for a sell. Let's go for a tiny stop loss. Let's go for a 10 pip stop loss and a 1,000 pip target, targeting this previous low. And then you target this previous low and you go, wait, oh no, I got stopped out. Price didn't make it. You don't need to have risk to reward ratios like a 1 to 10 with a 10 pip stop loss. Let your stop loss breathe. Have it big. Make it long. You don't need tiny stop losses. This stop loss was 100 pips. And look how it played out for me. I passed my funded challenge. You can have big stop losses. I see people make the mistake of having really, really small stop losses, and it really frustrates me. You don't need that. You just don't need it. Don't overcomplicate trading. Trade with your own intuition. Manage risk. Manage risk is very important. And those are the 3 things that you need to be a profitable trader. And it's simple as that. Nothing too complicated. Nothing that would take you hours to figure out. No, stare at the market for an hour. That is simply how me, as a teenager, trades profitably. Using intuition, managing my risk, and posting all my trades live on my Discord server. I do this simply to show you guys that I am legit. I cannot manipulate this. I post trades as they happen. I post my losses, my wins, my break-evens. I tell you everything. Stopped out on USD CAD for 1 hour loss. I tell you everything. I'm fully transparent. We've got a lovely community, nearly 500 members, I think, of what's going on. Nearly 500 members in the server, which is absolutely amazing. So, if you would like to join our server, I highly recommend it. Link in the description below. But I really hope you guys have found some key information. Remember, top right hand corner, I've linked some videos for you to watch. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I've been Trader Ralph. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.